what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play.
What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back, okay? Except for I'm not back with another read. I am back with a smoke session, okay? Period. Because it's Sunday. It's Sunday. This song inspired me, and it's that. So we finna go ahead, we finna smoke. I hope y'all got something to smoke with me, or sip with me, or cuddle up with. If you just got a blanket, if you just chilling in the bed, I don't know, but we finna get into it. Okay, so today's video is going to be titled "It's a Marathon, Not a Race." Okay, period. Today's video is going to be about rushing the process, needing to trust the process, needing to trust in yourself, needing to believe in yourself, needing to regain trust with yourself. Okay. Hopefully I stay on track. I be having so many different video ideas and so many things I want to talk about, and then I get to smoking, and then it just be a wrap for that. Okay. And I want to start smoking bigger blunts. I want to start making it more visually appealing and enjoyable for y'all. But sis be using all her herbal medicines for the treats. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone. We gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna let this defeat me today. Okay, that's a part of the puzzle too. That's part of what I want to talk about. Not letting things defeat you, or kind of like just being in control of your emotions, your feelings, kind of like how your day goes. You know, being completely in control of your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, and all of that. Okay, so we gonna go ahead and spark up one time, for the one time. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, she said she wanna do me. She wanna do me. Hey, it's this thing called life, and she wanna do me in. I'm prepared. Yeah, I'm prepared. Yeah, I got this. 'Cause I'm prepared. I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. Yeah. She prepared. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, so let me tell y'all how I was inspired. First, me and Jonathan was on the phone, and he was just like, people think, or you can think, we was talking about mindset and how we gonna change our mindset. He like, I could assume that I'm supposed to be upset and angry and mad every day because I'm in jail, or I could choose to like be happy, you know, wake up in a positive mindset, in a positive state of mind, and keep it pushing. Facts. And then I was listening to this song, and 6 minutes in, he finally started rapping. I'm like, wow, the fact that you had to have stuck around in order to be blessed with the lyrics, his voice, what he was saying, the feeling, it was like a build-up. It was like a build-up to the music. And I felt that. It's like, you can only stick around. I mean, you can only reap the rewards if you stick around. Shout out to the guy who requested me to do nose inhales, because, okay. Somebody also wanted me to do the Bob Marley challenge, so comment down below if you guys would like to see that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. What's up? Okay, I don't know. I was gonna look at my notes, but basically, I feel like sometimes we are so quick to rush our process, rush the climax, the climb, the uphill to the peak of our life. You know, I feel like we rush it. Even as kids, it's like, okay, you see grown-ups having control, like being able to do whatever they want to do. I want to be a grown-up, you know? And then it's like, in life, you an entrepreneur, you want to rush getting paid. You want to, you know, you want your shit to be perfect before you put anything out. Then you put everything out, and then it's not, you don't get the reaction that you want. You know, nobody wants to fail. Everybody want to skip the fail process. You know, the process of them not making it. You know, and it's like, that shit is so valuable to our growth. And when we skip over it, when we tend to skip over it, when we tend to try to forget our trauma, I feel like that's when we get to kind of like stuck. We get stagnant. We get stuck in a cycle of doing the same thing because you're not remembering the lessons or learning. Not even remembering, but because in school you just remember shit, but are you actually obtaining the information? Are you actually retaining the information? Like, are you actually understanding the lessons being learned from these people, from these reflections of you, from these experiences, from these situations, from these circumstances? Are you learning? Are you changing your behavior? Because at the end of the day, it's so easy to live in stress. It's so easy to live in fear, in turmoil, in worry, in your everyday life. It's so easy to just be doing the same thing. But it's so much harder to get up every day and be like, okay, I'm finna choose to read a book today because I want some knowledge. I'm gonna choose to study today, or, you know, I'm gonna choose to, like me, it'd be like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I know that I'm already up. My body already woke me up. But if my alarm didn't get me up, I'll lay in the bed and I'll be like, well, I don't gotta get up yet. And it's not that. Like, it's not that. Like, I have to have the self-discipline. You know, it's easy to just lay in the bed, but it's way harder to get up and just get my day started, you know? But I gotta find that peace of mind. I gotta find that understanding of, it's possible to live in a life where I'm happy and I'm peaceful, even if my circumstances don't match that. I can find peace in my mind. You know, he says there's no me without him. Like, please help me forget about him. I feel like him is like the devil. There's no me without him. I'm living in sin. I'm living on the earth. You know, I'm a person who believes that I don't serve a devil. I don't believe that there's a such thing as a devil. I believe there's spirits, Jezebel spirits or temptation spirits. You know, I feel like there are things like that, but the devil itself, I feel like, is this existence. It is the temptation of this existence. And I think it's the thought of temptation. Like, are we tempting ourselves, or are we allowing ourselves something in moderation? Or, you know, it's the possibility that we can live in turmoil but also still have peace, and still have a peace of mind, still choose to wake up in the worst of circumstances and choose peace over turmoil. But sometimes we don't allow ourselves the luxury of getting things, of buying things, or of receiving things from the universe, from our friends, from our family. A lot of times we're like, I don't need nobody. I don't need people. Like, especially me, like in relationships, I don't want to be the one calling my friend for shit. I don't want to be the one venting to my friend. I don't want to be the one always needing somebody, or needing somebody, period. I don't even want to need my mama for nothing, you know? But it's about gaining the maturity of being inspired by others, you know, being inspired by how people treated you or what people have done to you, and turning that turmoil into pureness, turning that turmoil into love, into respect for other human beings, for yourself, for your circumstances. Because a lot of the times we lose trust within ourselves. We get mad at ourselves for old identities of ourselves, like, oh, I allowed this man to hurt me, so now I look at relationships like this. That is a cycle. And we have to be more aware. Like, when we get out of relationships, we want to not think about our ex and all that kind of shit. But what if you need that time to process why things had to end? You know, I feel like God is now touching a lot of our mouths, like a lot of the things that we're supposed to be speaking to people, to our friends, to our family, the honesty, trusting ourselves enough to be honest and not hide or hinder ourselves from a reaction due to past cycles. That's true trust in self and intuition in God and faith in the universe. It's honestly being open and honest enough with yourself to trust whatever feelings that you're having or whatever processes that you're going through. Because sometimes we deal with things in processes and we don't accept that. It's just like, okay, I left that part of me behind, instead of working through the process of finding your peace again and finding where your peace had been disturbed. You know, a lot of the times we don't want to look at where our peace got disturbed because we don't want to think about it. We don't want to feel that shit anymore. But it's possible to feel all that shit and still keep moving, still keep pushing. Because emotions are emotion. They're emotion. It's emotion. It's forever moving. It's constant. So if you're constantly in an emotional state, why not control your emotions? Why not tap into those emotions? Why not use those emotions to your advantage to move you through your life, to move you through your path, your purpose? Allow your past to kind of guide you instead of like trying to get over the race, trying to be done with it, trying to, you know, it's like we live and die. Real shit. That's like, what other reason do we have to be living? That's the one definite thing in this world. We're going to die. We are all going to die. So what? At some point, we're all going to be free from this. So why not choose to be free while we're here? As much as we can. Free ourselves from the illusion of, oh, people, I can't trust people, or I'm never going to have this, or I'm in poverty, or I can't afford to give myself this. I can't afford to hang out with my friends. I can't do this. I got to do this. It feels kind of like living in shit that already happened and, you know, not seeing the possibility of there being a different reality. There's a different reality from what you're living right now. There's a different reality. You probably fantasized about that different reality. You probably seen that different reality, but you didn't understand it or you didn't get it. This person named Sun, shout out to you. I owe you a reading. She commented something and she said, anxiety is loud and intrusive and intuition is calm and peaceful, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. But I felt that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, what if sometimes your higher self can get agitated with yourself? Like when you feel those moments of, damn, I'm just irritated, I don't know why. You ever think about, what if that's your higher self knowing, having this all knowing of your purpose, of your potential, of your knowledge, of your strength, your resilience? And it's kind of like that internal crisis, that internal feeling of, I know I can do better, I know I can have more, I know I can succeed, but that external reality telling you that you can't because you're in the cycle of seeing the same thing. So how I've been trying to get out of it, I'm going to change my reality. I'm going to change the way my house look. I'm going to change the things about myself, the things that I used to worry about. Me telling myself I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Have my finances changed? No. Have my mindset? Yes. Because at this point, my finances have been the same. So it's kind of like, okay, I noticed that, but why do I have to stay in the same mindset? Why can't I just change my mindset? If I saw that I was taken care of, why not understand that I can still get the things that I want and still be taken care of? Because why would I give myself to the world and then not have anything for myself? Why would I pay all these bills and spend all this money on the government things, or capitalists, or capitalism, or like, why would I spend money on these things and not reward myself? Or why would I give energy? Why would I do readings? Why would I make edibles? Why would I give efforts? Why would I spend my time? Like, if I wasn't going to reward myself, why spend time healing myself and fixing myself and getting over my depression if I cannot reward myself? Whether that be with self-love, whether that be with knowledge of what I deserve, whether that be mercy on myself, having grace in how I walk and how I, give myself to the world. All those things are forms of like receiving. And I'm at the point in my life where I feel like God is kind of forcing me. Like, at this point, I can't live in stress anymore. I can't, because it's crippling, and I need to be moving. Like, I need to be going. I need to be, I have a crowd to preach to. So at this point, it feels like living in sadness, living in the same cycle is now detrimental to me. It's no longer okay. You get to a point where living in a cycle is no longer okay. The marathon keeps going. It doesn't stop. And I think a lot of the times we stop in a race because we think it's over. The race is done. It was quick, fast. It was in a hurry. But when you stop to realize that, hey, everybody else still running. Why everybody else still running? I'm still sitting here. Damn, I thought that shit was over. No, it's not over. That shit not over. Get your ass the fuck up. What you doing? And I think a lot of times kind of depression or sadness or fear or worry or cycles can kind of keep us in that loop of just kind of like wanting to sit down and wanting to take a rest and wanting to take a breather. And that's okay. But when you know that you deserve something, you can even tell yourself, shit, I deserve energy. I deserve the energy to get all this shit done. Because sometimes I be lazy as hell. I be wanting a nap. But then I be like, damn, I'm telling the universe that I can't handle this. Because if I had plenty orders right now and I wanted to take a nap, what would that say about my business? What would that say about my efforts? So in my mind, that means I just need to work harder. At this point, I'm going to spend more money because it's going to encourage me to work harder. I'm not going to sit in, well, I can't afford it. I'm going to sit in, well, now I got to go get it. Now I got to go make that money back. I don't want to go through the withdrawals of not having things, not living the life that I want to live, not getting my nails done, not treating myself, not getting massages, not kicking my feet up, not looking at a house that I love, not making my backyard have pretty little dangly lights and shit, and a patio and motherfucking chairs and a pool for my daughter. I don't care if I'm manifesting a better house or I'm manifesting my husband to build me a house for us and our kids. And even if that can't be my situation right now, that don't mean that I'm not gonna turn this into my Zen zone. Into exactly what the fuck I want this to be, the mini version of what the fuck I manifested, so I can tell God, look, I can get this shit together. I can handle this shit. I got all these dogs. I got all these animals. I got responsibilities. And before, I would have told myself, I can't handle all this shit. We can't handle no dog. We can't handle no animal, no rabbit, no turtle, and Kamaya and getting her to school and doing this. But none of that shit matters when you know that you deserve more. None of those excuses, none of that shit that you told yourself, none of that shit you was worrying about, none of that distrust of yourself, not trusting in your intuition and what the fuck you know you are capable of, all that shit. That shit is a choice at the end of the day. You can choose to be like, man, fuck that shit. I'm finna get the fuck up. I don't want to do this shit, but I'm finna do it anyway. Go work out. If you been feeling like you need to work out and you haven't did that shit, this is a sign. Get up and go dance. Go motherfucking twerk your ass off. Go do ballet. Go do some jazz. Go motherfucking run. Go take a jog. Go take your dog out. Go to the park. Go smoke a blunt. Go outside. It feel good outside. We can get outside. Like people not wearing masks no more. Like get out here. Like enjoy what Earth has to offer, because at the end of the day, the shit of the past, it matters, but at the same time, we could choose to use that shit and then move on with our life. Use it, like, handle that shit when it's time to handle it, so you don't gotta keep looking back while everybody else running forward. Because on this ascension road, it's motherfuckers who gonna get left behind. You don't want to get your shit together, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be sitting somewhere stuck, and the world just gonna keep on fucking moving. When I was depressed, I kept feeling like, damn, ain't nobody here for me. Like, everybody, and it wasn't that nobody was there for me, it was just that everybody else's life kept on fucking moving. My life kept moving. I just kept sitting down. I kept sitting still because my mind kept telling me that that's what I had to do. I didn't have the mental strength or capacity to just get up at that time. I'm not mad at myself for that. I recognize that I had to process what the fuck I was going through. I had to process my life. I had to understand that. I remember being depressed and wanting to be famous. And it's just like, are you serious right now? Like, you're depressed and you talking about being famous. I was posting videos every day. But I didn't have no energy to fucking edit and put effort into my videos. I was just posting. I was just grinding. That was what I could give. That was what I could offer. And at the time, I was so hard on myself because I didn't get the process. I was trying to rush some shit that it wasn't even time for. I needed time with myself. I needed time with my angel babies. I needed time with my family. I needed time with my people. I needed time with God. Most importantly, I needed time with my inner child. I needed to go back to her. I needed to find her. I needed to talk to her. I needed to figure some shit out. I needed to just go over some shit in my life. And that in itself, it allowed me to really see myself in all my essence and all my glory. It allowed me to be humbled. You know, it humbled the fuck out of me, you know, and I think that God kind of needs us to be humble, you know, but there's also humility that was had. It was kind of like I needed to recognize that I had to groom myself. I did. And I had to nurture myself, and I had to become not just a mother, but a mother to my inner child, a mother to myself, a mother to my mother, a mother to my child, a mother to my man, a mother to the earth. I had to embody the essence of the divine feminine again. I had to recognize what it meant to be me. Because I think I forgot. Running that race, when you run in a race, your goal is to win the race, not the marathon. Because again, you think you're running a race. You think this shit quick. You think this shit easy. When you accept that this shit goes on and on and on and on, this shit is forever, there's a sense of calmness, a sense of stillness that just comes over you, and it's just like, okay, the world just gonna keep turning, people just gonna keep living, and I gotta do the same thing. I gotta get my ass the fuck up. I gotta get up. Because if I want to manifest some shit, I gotta learn my fucking lessons. Okay, God. Okay, playlist. Okay, Ascended Masters. Okay, what's up? What's up? Call us by our name, Ascended Masters. Speak your ancestors. I got to a point in time where in my spirituality, I used to see 33, I used to see angel numbers, and I would say, Ashe, thank you, God, thank you, Ascended Masters. I would say, thank you, Soul Family. I would praise them. And then I got real reserved in my spirituality. I didn't feel safe. I was manic. I was having a manic episode, which I'll talk about in another video. It's going to be a spirituality meets mental health video. Mental health meets spirituality. If you guys haven't tuned in, The playlist will be in the description box below. I have a whole playlist on, you know, my mind and how this motherfucker work. But 223, yeah, them angel numbers be speaking. I don't even know if that's really what she said, but that's what I heard. 43 equals 7. Patience, pentacles, money, abundance, waiting, harvest, crops, fall time. We were made in his image, so call us by our name. We are goddesses. I stopped calling myself a goddess because I don't think I felt that energy. I wasn't her. I'm her. I'm her. And you can't claim I'm a divine feminine when you ain't in that divine feminine energy. When you in your toxic masculinity, or when you just in your masculine energy, when you handling shit, or when you dealing with that, when you are in your dark space, when you in your shadow work, when you wherever you are, you gotta acknowledge the fuck out of that shit. You gotta say, hey, I'm here. If you don't, you're gonna stay stuck there. You gotta speak that shit out into the world. Get that shit up out of you, because if you hold those blockages up in you, you gonna be rooted in blockages. Like, hello, you gotta chip that shit away. You gotta give them shits life. Give your spirit guides, give your ancestors, give them life. Leave shit on your altar. Leave shit laying around for them, food, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Don't think that your ass gonna get left. You gotta give shit to get it. Period. You gotta put in work, baby. You gotta get the fuck up. You gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta get up. Get off your ass. Get off your ass. Get off your ass to get up. Real shit. Okay, I'm talking to myself because I do have something to do. I'm finna go get my nails done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And share this video to your Facebook or your social medias or whatever. If y'all like me and y'all are my soul family and y'all feel like y'all want to share my energy with some people, go ahead and do so. Because, I mean, she in her feminine energy. She said, it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, me. Okay? Period. I'm out here, y'all.